Hey guys, welcome back. So today I have a very interesting topic. A lot of questions asking me if Chia is worth it or if Chia is still a good thing to go into right now. So there's a couple of things I want to put together here on this video. I'm going to show you a couple of examples of what I currently have and how I have it all set up. I also have my opinion. I'm not going to bash it. I'm not going to say go for it, but I'm just going to give you my 2 cents so you can decide on your own if it's still a go or not. And these are just observations of mine through the course of the last, I would say, over a month and a half so far within the Chia community, and it has been growing. One positive thing that I got out of this for sure is going to be the one reason why I'm still staying with Chia. So stay with me on this. Alright guys, so I know a lot of you guys are viewing and not subscribers, but I do want to mention, if you are new to my channel, this is my Bitcoin machine. Bitcoin miner. Let me rephrase that. It is a 50 cents Bitcoin. I do have Bitcoins available that I am sending out to new subscribers, and if you hit the like button and the bell notification, of course I'll be sending I said Chia. I will be sending 2 Bitcoins to these individuals. And you can reach me on my about page on my YouTube. You can find me on Reddit, Facebook, and Instagram. Yes. I want to kick off with this video being a very non-biased video on Chia, my perspective, my experience so far, and what I plan to do with it. But before I get into all that, let me just go through a couple things that I want to mention right now. So this behind me is my harvester. I do have currently, as of right now, let me just pull that up really quick so I can show you guys. Okay, here we just have a screenshot of my current status as of this video. We have 52 terabytes on the network. The current network space is 16.47 EB. I have 527 plots, and my estimated time to win is 2 months. Okay, right now, to maybe a lot of you newcomers, that sounds all like nonsense, or it doesn't make any sense. Okay, the PowerShell scripts on the left are just plotting right now. I'm not using the GUI to plot anymore, so that actually just does what it's supposed to do. If I have issues with the GUI, which if you get involved with Chia, you will realize that you will have many problems with the GUI, and that's why I separate the PowerShell scripts to run the plotting opposed to using the GUI to do that. Now the GUI I use to farm, which is one way a little better than the command line because I get to see what's going on. Of course, there's also third-party software out there, not software, scripts, and other people developing ways to do all that at your own discretion. So I'll get into that in a little bit. So right now, of course, you see my hard drives that I have 3 16 terabytes. Actually, I have 4 16 terabytes, and you can see one here that says J is waiting for the pools. That's what I'm waiting for. But as each day goes on, I'm waiting for these pools. I'm populating a plot or 2 here and there each day. So I'm kind of not left totally behind because I could have stopped at like 500 plus. I actually have more than this 527. What this does not show is the harvester's plots, which we are clocking in about 62 or 63. And you can see right behind me right now, it's still doing what it's supposed to be doing. I also have that running on command line as well. And then of course you can see the plots are all farming. And as of today, I do have 1 Chia. I will explain how I got that 1 Chia. You may say that, you know, I didn't get it from harvesting or farming because it says total Chia farmed it's showing 0, right? So let me explain. Let me get back out to the full video. So let me explain how I got that. I will not name the person who donated that 1 Chia to me. You can find that actually in one of my videos going back within the last month and a half, and I could probably say it's a lot closer towards the current month than it is at the beginning. Someone did donate and very generously donated that 1 Chia to me because they appreciated that I was doing all these videos about Chia and talking about it. So that's, if you guys can find it, I will definitely not only send you Bitcoin, the 2 Bitcoins that I normally send out to all my new subscribers and people who ask for it. I will definitely hit you up with something special. All right, so if you could find that, I will hit you up with something special on whoever donated that, mentioned it in my comments. All right, I'm not gonna say which video because I can't even remember which video. But anyway, let's keep on going. I wanted to talk about, so the current price right now of Chia is $701 as of this recording. Now the price has been dropping significantly because what in my theory is that the pool kept on getting pushed out. Expectation of Chia from the very start to where it is now has kind of slightly diminished because of some of the tweets. And, that gets a little more controversial. You can say it is or it isn't, or just people are just like not interested anymore. But it can go both ways, because as of right now, when the crypto market was crashing, when the bigger coins or the more favorable coins before Chia, there was a crypto crash, right? We experienced that a little bit. Bitcoin went from 60 something to low 30s. So the market has been picking back up slightly, but I've also been keeping track of Chia, and Chia's prices has been kind of steadily going down more and more. And as of this recording, yesterday's announcement with the pool, the official pool protocol, there is no date yet. And Chia themselves are not putting out a date. So if there's no date, people are kind of like backing off or finding alternatives. And there's a lot of mention, if you're new to Chia, there's a lot of talks about H-pool, and then you're gonna get both sides of the story. You're gonna get the don't ever do it, don't trust them, they will rob you, and then you get the other side where at least I'm making money, I'm profiting, I'm doing something, and it's worth my while right now. You're gonna get those two sides of the fences, and of course that's all on your own discretion, all on your own homework that you do to see if you feel that it's worth it or not, because it's going to be very hard to just take someone's word and say, okay, I'm going to do it or I'm not going to do it. But you have to really dig into it, because ultimately it's your project, your time, your money, if you do accumulate any money from that side of things. So I can see why the price is probably going down because of that. That's just not with Chia. It happens to any other company and stock that promises something and they can't deliver. So once they can't deliver, people are backing off, like, hey, I can't take my chances and risk on this anymore. So they kind of just sell off. One thing, obviously, if you are new and wanting to join into Chia because you have, whether you have the hardware to do it, the hard drive space to accommodate it. This video is not going to be too technical. You would need a decent amount of space in order to contribute to the network growth of Chia for you to possibly win your chances of getting an XCH coin, which is the value of the $701 right now. Now, granted, Chia didn't expect this coin price to be as high as it is when it first launched or when it went into the first exchange. They really anticipated being a lot lower, which understandably is the reason why they pre-farmed the X amount of Chias that they have in storage with the Chia company. So the other thing is, you're unfamiliar with Chia, and I hope this can explain at least most of it. Chia is a cryptocurrency that is decentralized and pretty much can function without Chia.net, based on the fact that everyone on this network, including myself, is still farming and plotting. So as long as I'm still farming and plotting, that network will still exist. Whether everyone stops and I'll be the only one, I would be the only one still. Chia will still be in existence. And even if you have Chia, if you have a wallet that still has Chia in it, then obviously it still exists. Now, what they're saying is Chia.net and Chia the company, or Chia the cryptocurrency and Chia the company, is two separate entities. But they do work hand in hand because they are the same people. It's a little different approach from many other cryptocurrencies, because there are other cryptocurrencies that are not as transparent, that have pretty much a lot of briefings. Bram Cohen is always on Twitter, and it's not that he's self-promoting, it's just he's there as the lead of Chia, which he obviously created. And in a lot of ways, if you do not understand at this point what Chia really is, I suggest you look into the history of BitTorrent. Okay, BitTorrent, the way it functions and the way it operates are very similar to what Chia is right now. Obviously, there are a lot of other technical aspects that are a little different. Sharing files on a network space and people contributing sending large files on a network space easily and fast, one of those approaches that, Chia is trying to accomplish as well. Now, Chia in general wants to be I don't know if this is the correct term, but a currency that people and banks and institutions will use because of its efficiency and because of its green leaf. Okay, so it is supposedly less impact on the environment as far as electricity and than other cryptocurrencies because of the lower voltages and the lower wattage of how you farm for Chia. So the whole farming concept comes into play as being more green. Okay, so that's how I associate that. The other thing I want to mention is if you do decide to get into Chia at this very moment, whether you find articles on hard drives or if you even find decent sized hard drives to accommodate the plots that you complete, will be a different story. That, some articles would say, oh, Chia did not drive up the prices of the hard drive. From experience, by going to the stores, any store you go to, and the ones I'm familiar with are Best Buy, Ben's Bargain, B&H, Micro Center, all their hard drive spaces has gone up tremendously. Really crazy amount of percentage from where it was a few months ago. Now, articles can claim that they didn't increase the prices or it's the same as always been. It just has to do with inflation. I'm not truly believing that, but you can take it however you want. But if you start comparing prices a couple months ago, maybe back in January, February to what it is now, you can see those price differences, and you really have to take in consideration if you're willing to pay, X amount of dollars wherever you're located in whatever country or even in the United States, 8 terabyte, 10 terabyte drive that you're going to be paying 20-30% more than what it was at the beginning of the year. It could be due to shortages, it could be due to inflation. It is a ridiculous amount of money that we're paying for these extra storages. Granted that Chia.net in the beginning has stated that all they really wanted was people who have extra storage if you had a gaming rig to contribute to this, network. Realistically, not a lot of people on a home computer would have a couple terabytes waiting around or not being used for anything to farm or plot for Chia. So it wasn't really a realistic. I think the mindset of that was more like a BitTorrent, like, hey, I downloaded this one movie which was like 1 gig, and I will just, I'll seed it, and it'll go, it'll do its thing. But that's a little different from what Chia is, because Chia is holding like terabytes. I mean, in order for you to win something, a Chia, which is a lottery at this point, like a bingo card, it's no guarantee that if you have 10 plots and you're farming that you would get anything in return. There is no return on that right now. And so far, if, like I said earlier, if you don't join a current pool that exists right now, your rewards on anything is slim to none. So that is my opinion on how this whole Chia thing is right now, and that's my perspective. You can take it however you want. I'm still in on it because I have purchased even more hard drives that is still sitting in their boxes that I could either choose to resell, meaning or return actually, or I keep them for that purpose of what I originally intended to do, which was to plot and farm Chia for as long as I can based on how much space I have, which currently right now I believe I have maybe over 150 terabytes of space. So I'll leave it at that. And of course, I could always do a follow-up. You can always reach me if you have questions, additional questions in regards to anything Chia or even other cryptocurrencies. I do want to make this channel a little more broader. Do not want to. I have been falling into the channel of YouTube algorithm of pushing it out as Chia, but of course, I am a poor investor. As a poor investor, I invest in other things as well besides Chia. Now, also, I just want to remind you, if you're in the United States, please reach out to me. I will be sending out to Bitcoins to individuals who subscribe and like my videos and comment. I appreciate you guys for being here always. Remember, I'll see you again soon. Bye.